He sold his business. He sold his assets. He reportedly raised 23 million naira and put everything in one risky plan to transport cocaine from Nigeria to India and allegedly sell it for as much as 100 million naira. But before the businessman could leave Lagos, his plan came crashing down. At the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) arrested 48-year-old Nwankwo Innocent Onyebuchi with 1.550 kilograms of cocaine allegedly hidden inside his luggage. The businessman, who deals in marbles in Lagos, was arrested at the departure hall of Terminal 2 while preparing to board a Qatar Airways flight to New Delhi. According to the NDLEA, the cocaine had been cleverly concealed inside the side walls and railings of his check-in bag. What makes the case particularly striking is what the agency says the suspect revealed during interrogation. Onyebuchi allegedly told investigators that he has sold his marble business and every asset he owned to raise the 23 million naira used to purchase the cocaine. His alleged calculation was simple: spend 23 million naira, get the cocaine to India, sell it for as much as 100 million naira, a potential return of about 77 million naira. But that entire calculation depended on one thing: getting through the airport undetected. That did not happen. NDLEA operatives intercepted him before he could board the flight, discovered the concealed cocaine, and brought the alleged international trafficking plan to an end. The businessman is now in custody awaiting prosecution. But the Lagos airport arrest is only one part of a much larger nationwide operation by the NDLEA. And the scale of the seizures recorded across several states reveals just how extensive the agency's latest crackdown has become. In Lagos, NDLEA operatives uncovered a massive stockpile of codeine-based syrup after acting on credible intelligence. The officers raided a warehouse located within a residential compound at 20 Hakeem Dozumo Street in the Ago Palace area of Okota. The operation, carried out between Friday, August 7th and Saturday, August 8th, resulted in the seizure of 3,776 cartons containing 377,600 bottles of controlled substance. The estimated value, more than 2.6 billion naira. That seizure alone represents a huge quantity of controlled medication allegedly being stored for distribution. But Lagos investigators were not finished. In another intelligence-led operation, NDLEA operatives raided the residence of 55-year-old alleged drug kingpin Suremi Kayode at 37 Ogundara Street, Ipaja Estate, in the Ipaja area of Lagos. The raid produced another major seizure of 324 kilograms of Colorado, a synthetic strain of cannabis. The NDLEA put the street value of the seized substance at 972 million naira. Officers also recovered a Mercedes-Benz and a Toyota Corolla from the suspect. From Lagos, the operation moved across the country. In Kwara State, two suspects, 50-year-old Abubakar Adamu and 30-year-old Biyaminu Noah, were arrested at the Kamwaya area of Ilorin. The suspects were intercepted on Thursday, August 13th, and officers recovered 55.96 kilograms of skunk from a truck marked DK5350XL. In Oyo State, NDLEA officers conducted patrols along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Ibadan, intercepted another vehicle. The Toyota Sienna marked FFA 115KA was searched, leading to the discovery of 52,000 ampoules of pentacocine injection and 6,000 ampoules of tramadol injection. 2 suspects, 70-year-old Abdul Fatai Onyelarang and 50-year-old Abdurrauf Ajadi were arrested. Then came another major seizure along the Onitsha-Asaba Expressway. On Thursday, August 13, NDLEA operatives arrested 43-year-old Osaro Ikboba and 18-year-old Samuel Godbless. According to the agency, the men were found with 124,100 pills of tramadol, 786 bottles of codeine syrup, 2,598 tablets of refinol, and 4,800 tablets of diazepam. The seizure also included 407 ampoules of metacocine injection and 200 ampoules of tramadol injection. Another suspect, 50-year-old Emeka Tony, was arrested along the Kwale-Ozuro Expressway. NDLEA officers said they'd recovered 1,244 pieces of cartridges and 8 million naira in cash from him. In Plateau State, officers intercepted a Toyota Corolla along the Riom-Jos Road in Jos. Inside the vehicles were 239,490 capsules of Tramaforce, a brand of tramadol. A suspect identified as Kazum Sheriff was arrested in connection with the seizure. Then came one of the largest operations of the week in Kano. 6 suspects were arrested during a patrol along the Zaria-Kano Road on Monday, August 10th. They were identified as Okodili Ibebuchi, 60-year-old, Onyeka Vincent, 47, Nwanko Wisdom, 36, Success Chikozie, 30, Emmanuel Jude, 27, and Chinedu Peter, 39. The NDLEA said officers recovered 728,938 pills of tramadol, Rohypnol, and other substances. But the seizure did not stop there. Officers also recovered 360 grams of cocaine, 99.8 grams of methamphetamine, 50 bottles of codeine syrup, and 2.7 kilograms of loud, a synthetic strain of cannabis. Another raid in Kano followed on Friday, August 14, when NDLEA operatives stormed Zawasiki Gida Dobu in Gomboso local government area. The operation produced 171 blocks of stone weighing 106.8 kilograms. 2 suspects, Mustafa Iliya, 30, and Abdul Wahab Abdurazid, 24, were arrested. In Edo State, the NDLEA took its campaign directly into cannabis growing areas. Operative destroyed 4,628,977.5 kilograms of skunk discovered on 2 cannabis farms measuring 1.851591 hectares in the Iboku Ibanke Forest area of Ohiowong local government area. A 40-year-old suspect, Oholo Elebuje, was arrested during the operation. Another operation in Edo targeted drugs joints in the Oluko area of Benin City. There, NDLEA officers arrested 28-year-old Kingsley Anigala and recovered 25.857 kilograms of loud and 93 grams of methamphetamine. Taken together, this operation paints a picture of an aggressive nationwide crackdown targeting everything from international cocaine trafficking and pharmaceutical opioids to cannabis farms and large-scale drug warehouses. The NDLEA chairman and chief executive officer, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired. The seizures demonstrate the commitment of officers across the country. Marwa commended personnel from the MMIA Lagos, Kano, Kwara, Edo, Plateau, Oyo, and Delta commands for their work. He also praised officers across the country for pursuing what the agency described as a balance between drug supply reduction and drug demand reduction. But the Lagos airport case remains particularly striking. A businessman allegedly sold the very asset that has built his livelihood to finance a cocaine transaction worth millions of naira. He reportedly believed that a 23 million naira investment could become 100 million naira in India. Instead, the journey ended before the plane left Lagos. The cocaine was seized. The alleged deals collapsed, and a businessman who had reportedly placed everything he owned on one illegal transaction now faces prosecution. The case has once again brought the international dimension of Nigeria's drug trade into sharp focus and demonstrated how quickly a multi-million naira plan can collapse when law enforcement closes in. For more updates, stay with us on News Express. I am Cassie Tony.